we just proceed to the second panelist first. So, Ms. Murshidah Said, the time is yours. She's the founder of Love and Respect Transformation. So, you have the 10 minutes to do the sharing.
All right, thank you so much, Elmi, for inviting me. I'm very grateful to be here, and also very very privileged to be in this platform and share with all of you. So what I would love to also hear, I hope it's not just one way, because I'd love for this to be a discussion. I'd like for each and every one of you, if you can, put your hands up or post in the chat what COVID period has actually done for you or your business. How has it improved, or certain challenges that you face? So perhaps after my short introduction, we can address that as well. For me, my experience personally, when I experienced COVID, that was in March. Before that, I was traveling a lot. The whole year was planned with at least 5 countries that we were supposed to travel and do offline events. And I was supposed to go to Miami in March, but just before that, I couldn't find the right flight tickets and stuff like that. My daughter's, who's Singaporean, she's supposed to be in Singapore to renew her visa. My husband, who's Malaysian, was supposed to take her to Singapore to renew her passport. And it was about a week before the actual lockdown happened. The planning was done a couple of weeks. Things just didn't work out at one point. And then the announcement that, it's going to happen in this week. So we were like, at that point, I was feeling so grateful. When COVID happened, I was crying for like 3 nights in a row. Not because like my tens and thousands of potential businesses is gone because of the offline. All my training was cancelled overseas, including those in Malaysia. But I felt like we were so close to being separated, and my heart reaches out to the people who were like stuck in Johor and their children stuck in Singapore, and they can only see from with binoculars across the causeway, and that breaks my heart when I see posts like that. And this is also happening to people that I know of, right? So I was that close. So I was feeling deep gratitude when COVID happened, not because of the pandemic or whatever, because we were this close to being separated for months between our family. So when that happened, we had a discussion. We started to focus on what is it that we can currently do, because as a background of my business, I have a One Health One model. For those of you who are not sure what we do, I'm a professional corporate training and coaching company as well. And I coach people mostly offline through events or meetups, or going to their offices, presenting in front of an audience, and a very small percentage of online. That was before. So when COVID happened, I had a discussion with my husband, who's my business partner, and said, look, we got to pivot, we got to do something. And one thing that I'm very grateful about my strength is that I have this ability to turn crisis into opportunity. All my businesses started from a crisis. Something happened, and we started with 0 or -0 to creating at least multiple 5-figure, 6-figure businesses. So that's the goal that we have already been done in the past, right? So, and we also have a One Health One model. Every training that I do contributes to the training of skill set and mindset of refugees here in Malaysia, with skills, with money mindsets, opening up the minds. And what I realized is a lot of times people, when crises happen, the first thing is they focus on their problems, when the focus should be on what resources we already have. And how to turn that into opportunity and create an economy out of that. And I don't believe an economy is dependent on world environment, pandemic, or economic turmoil or whatever. An economy is demand and supply. An economy is, as long as there are humans, right, there is an economy. You can create an economy as long as a need is met with a service or a product that you can serve. So what is that you already have? So what we have resources like contacts, connections across the world. We listed down who are the people we knew, who we can get connected to. And from my experience, the next day after our meeting, we made calls to people from Canada, people from software development companies that we know, who run online apps, connecting people. We connected with our community. We have a handful of friends who are in our community that we've who are clients, you know, of ours. And then, like Farhan was mentioning just now about going deep and going wide, right? We went both. We went deep and we went wide through online. Yeah, we because of the online platform. And because of COVID, we did a lot of webinars online almost every week, every week, 2 or 3 times lives and all that. And we got more people in our community. And I would say during COVID time, my social impact grew beyond Malaysia. The refugees that we helped, we had a digital marketing class. We also had outreach programs where, you know, people who are the urban poor, they don't even have internet, they don't even have handphone. And I always tell people this, business is, you know, ability to create money is a whole mindset thing. As long as you have a handphone, you have internet, you have a smartphone, and not this kind of phone. Sorry, I have to say which kind of phone. This kind of phone cannot. Yeah, a smartphone. As long as you have a smartphone and you have the internet, you can do online. You can survive. You can thrive during COVID because that is what we have right now. And I use that, and that is what we train the refugees, you know, to use these tools. And some of them have started online business, opening up Facebook, selling cakes and doing deliveries and all that. But that takes, again, mindset shift, right? So as long as you have an internet, and what do you already have? A handphone that works, and you have some connections, you can start posting. That is how you can create an economy already. And the other thing that we did also was outreach program for food, because we understand that there are people who have no knowledge or skills on internet. They cannot even afford internet access. They don't have, like in Malaysia here, it's called Unify, right? They don't have Unify or TM or whatever. They have no idea at all. They're totally out of touch with the internet world. Their lives are only sustained by physical work, you know, cleaning offices or cleaning homes, stuff like that. So these are the people that we did outreach programs and created communities. And in COVID alone, we didn't just reach out within Malaysia, we reached out to at least 3 states in Malaysia, including Kedah and Kuala Lumpur, and also Johor, and India, a community in India that I work on to start a community model so that nobody goes hungry. Main thing is, I said, get a community within the community. And my work is, I don't talk to everyone because I've done that before. The impact is really, really minimal. I focus on the leaders. Focus the leader, empower the leader. That leader will create changes in their communities, yeah? So we have done that before in the past, where one of our refugees before that we coach and train, he now is a TEDx speaker. He runs a volunteer network. I know if some of you have met him before, you know, he's, I think Zil mentioned about him in some of the past regional connect seminars in Batam, right, when we were there. Yeah, so he is now creating so much changes in his community. We've also empowered one single mom, a Yemeni refugee. She runs her own business now, and she helps so many people in her community. Even the Yemeni ambassador in Malaysia visited her home to thank her personally, to say thank you for helping the other refugees. So this is where I go, empower the leader, and that's how the other communities can survive. And then we support one another, right? And in COVID times, from March onwards, because of our visibility online and connecting people, inviting experts, and it's a lot easier to invite experts during COVID. You know, we have outreach to over 20 international experts, mentors, celebrities, influencers to give tips. I just finished one webinar just now. It's called Asian Women Taking on Global Impact. And I've been in COVID alone, which I never thought it could happen to me last year. I was training a group of people in Costa Rica last week, right? I mean, who would know me here based in Malaysia could be giving value to Costa Ricans? And about 2 months ago, I think it was in October, before the US elections, the Tampa City Council in Florida connected with me because of what I've been talking about, love and respect online and all that. They invited me to talk to their community in Tampa just before the elections to remind people of how to have love and respect, so that during Thanksgiving, people will not fight in the families, you know, because of their different political views. So these are things that you know, these are opportunities that happened during COVID, which before in the past, we always think of, oh, kita sama kita je, you know, we do business, but the world is your oyster right now. The opportunities are widening. Your message, your help can be given even more. Money is everywhere. It is how can you use that resources that you have, knowing the kind of things that people need so that you can serve them better. And this is where I stand, because I say, as long as you have the internet, you have a handphone, you can learn to use that, you know, because that's how I started. You know, if some of you knew my story, I came to Kuala Lumpur with only 2 ringgit. You know, at that time I was deeply broke. My last business failed because of SARS, and I was not ready. Now, because this second pandemic, I'm pandai sikit lah, you know, I'm a bit cleverer now because I learned from what happened in SARS, right? During SARS. So it's like, I came to Kuala Lumpur with only 2 ringgit, and my husband lost his job at that time, but with resources that I didn't even know I had. And what resources did I have at that time? It was database in my computer, sitting there, CEOs in Kuala Lumpur. I didn't even know. So when I used that database to provide as a service to people who want to be connected to CEOs in Kuala Lumpur, I created a business out of that, you know, connecting people. And I found that during this COVID time as well, the technologies are amazing, amazing, amazing. I've done out of, you know, like Malaysia, we just had a second lockdown here in Malaysia. Recently, during the lockdown, I was in 5 different hotels that I got in myself checked in, so that I can be in a quiet place. I can serve my clients better. And I was serving people from Singapore. I was serving people from the US. I was serving people from where was I? Oh, Sabah. That time all of us were shut down, right? So I can only go to the nearest like nice hotel, nice environment, quiet, fast internet, and that was what I was doing. And it felt good. It felt joyful. And the people that are in my community right now, we managed to elevate, you know. But of course, I always say you need 2 things, especially in any crisis: competency and attitude, right? Competency as in your skills are there, your knowledge is there, be good at whatever you are doing. If you are good at something, focus on that and really go deep in that expertise. And the other one is your attitude, because you can be so great at something that you are talented with. God has given you that God-given talent. But because of the attitude, because of that, oh, I have a dog-eat-dog mentality, I've got to, you know, destroy others around me just so that I can succeed, that will not survive at all, right? So this is what I do. And, you know, I work around mindsets. I work around helping entrepreneurs right now, business owners, to create a social impact through the business, because I believe businesses are a force of good. Businesses is a form of transformation. Businesses can actually lead to positive transformation in the world. So how can you do that? In your business model, as long as your business grows, you are actually helping at least 3 areas, right? So this is what I do, coaching people who can elevate their business at least to 5-figure, 6-figure monthly income, to be able to create good at the same time. As you produce your product, as you give your service, you are actually solving any one of these 3 problems, which is you're cleaning the environment, you are elevating poverty, you are elevating human capital. That means you make people smarter through your business, right? It's not like now what's happening. I mean, not now. 2019 was the last of any business models, yeah, where you just teach people that one thing, they do, and then if that business doesn't work, they have no more skill to do something else, right? So now the new normal business model is, as long as you are having your business, it is cleaning the environment, yeah, it is elevating human capital, human intelligence, and doing good, or like for us, we call it spreading love and respect. And through your business, you are also eliminating poverty. So what problems are you actually solving through your business? And that is how it can be sustainable. And work with people with the same mindset, work with people with the same values, because I've wasted a lot of time working with people with conflicting values as mine. So now my community is very much laser focused, values driven, and the impact that they're going to create. And we do it in a big way. We collaborate with people all over the world. So if you allow me just a little bit of sharing some background of some of the people, I won't go through all of my slides. Yeah, that's our mission. Eradicate poverty. Yeah, we have a One Health, One model. Every training that I do actually benefits low-income homeless or refugees. These are some of the people we work with, like Hassan, who is a Syrian refugee. Now he is he runs this volunteer network. We, through coaching him, he's TEDx speaker. Yusra, Yamani refugee. Now after she attended my personal branding workshop, she started her business. She was more visible on television. She became more confident, and we managed to raise funds for more people in the community as well, right? So yeah, this is our One Health, One model. Every training actually contributes to something long term, not just giving food and stuff like that. Of course, anything emergency, people who are hungry, solve that problem first. People with no shelter, solve that problem first, and then what? So the next step is all their responsibility, where we can guide them, but the work must come from them. Yeah, and yeah, so these are some of the success stories in our community for the business owners as well. Just by changing mindsets and focusing on things that they already have, they can create money in 3 days, 3,500, 72,000 for a new business, right? And then cross-border opportunities. This was just before COVID, where UNA organized an International Women's Day event in March and invited our Singaporean ladies in the community. So they managed to grow as well, yeah? And then online, I've got a lady from the US in my community as well, with one of my, the ladies from Singapore. They're creating a new business opportunity together. They call it East Meets West Holistic, what's that? Holistic program or something, So it's all of these things. It's an opportunity where people can start creating. And once the mindset changes, this happened. This lady was supposed to, go bankrupt last year. This was before COVID. Last year, she was telling me, oh, I got to go bankrupt and I'm not going to survive and all that. And I told her, you find money and meet me in Kuala Lumpur. And she did. We met up. And now, she's in my community. Now she's making, this is 25K, she said, but it's now like 26K already and beyond, 7K. I'm just sharing some WhatsApp sales there. This is me being interviewed by the Cafe Contempa, the Tampa City Council. And we also do this, yeah? Not forgetting the people who are really without any knowledge, no education, no access to internet. Let's not forget about them as well. That's how we can create impact, And it's all the more that all of us here who are privileged to have the internet platform, we can make friends, we can connect and find ways where you can actually use this amazing technology for us to be able to network with one another. And after this, 3 a.m., I am having, sorry, I'll just share this. I am having a networking event in LA, which is like, the America's Next Top Model is gonna be there, and then we have a networking event, and I'm collaborating with people in the US to do mixes as well, so that we all can collaborate, do business together, grow our incomes together, and do good at the same time. So that's how we can start creating positive changes in the world. The world is actually on reboot. 2020 is a reboot. We know that things that happened in the past, some of them does not work and does not really add value in our lives, but we can start making the change right now. So whatever changes that you make right now, that is something that's going to sustain you for the next 30 years. And it's also important to know and be ready to keep your business model resilient, so that besides pandemic, what else do you foresee is going to come? You see through the demographics, there's going to be political changes, there's going to be climate changes, there's going to be probably not only economic refugees, there's going to not only war refugees, that could be increase in the climatic refugees. Are we ready for that? Can our business serve that? Can our business go through that kind of transformation, that if any other crisis happens, are you ready? So this is the time for us to really connect with each other throughout the globe. Don't work alone. Don't be sad alone. Don't be depressed alone and say, oh, everything is so bad and nobody loves me, everybody hates me, that kind of thing. People love you. We just need to go back to humanity. We need to go back to love. That is how we can really, really work together. And I'm very excited to be able to be here today and share with all of you. Yes. I'm going to globetrotting. Yeah, Zoom through COVID. That's right. Been in 5 continents except Antarctica, South America. You will, Saiful, you'll go there. They open Antarctica. You will lead the Antarctica team. Yes, COVID helps me to relax more and less jet lag. Yeah, exactly. You can do your travels, you can conduct training, you can do public speaking engagements, and you still get to sleep in your own bed, right? Exactly. Okay. All right. So that's it. Thank you so much.